actor Orlando Brown, who has been spiraling for a few years. This happened.
Oh, Orlando!
Demon!
Orlando, relax!
You demon! You demon!
Orlando, relax!
Child molester, Richey Ramirez!
What do you think about the moment?
What is he talking about? This is Richey Ramirez, ladies and gentlemen, and they allow him to work here.
Interesting. It's very interesting. But I'm here for the process.
Bitch, you ain't gonna have no job, Satan.
Shout out to what's it called?
Get behind me, Satan. I'm Jesus.
You know how.
Get out of here, Satan.
Dougie. You know how to Dougie.
Satan, bitch ass.
Okay, let's eat though.
Now, let's put his picture up full mass. I want to say this. I've watched interviews that he's done. I've heard some of his more, let's say, sensational experiences. He has been harmed by people, in my opinion. He has been used by people, in my opinion. And while his methodology of getting his pain outside of his body so that we can see it and hear it, while it may seem extreme and fragmented, it doesn't mean that there's no cause and effect. It doesn't mean that he doesn't know what he's talking about on some level, given his experiences, okay? So TMZ obtained a different video of Orlando Brown inside of the LA restaurant Tao before he was kicked out following his dramatic outburst the other night. Now, according to TMZ, the 36-year-old, former Disney Channel star, was allegedly acting up at his table and shouting at other patrons. Witnesses state Brown lost his cool when staff asked him to calm down. In the TMZ footage, Brown is seen holding up his cell phone, recording the staff while shouting obscenities such as effing demon, etc. He also suggested an employee looked like a serial killer, all right? Richey Ramirez. At the end of the clip, the actor is escorted off the premises by security as he shouts, "Everybody, enjoy your night. I'm sorry for effing up y'all's ish. My name is Orlando Brown. I am Satan and Lucifer's son. Effing everybody. F everybody." It's not clear what specifically upset Brown, nor who his insults were aimed at. Brown was well known as the character Eddie in the Disney Channel hit show That's So Raven alongside Raven-Symoné. The teen sitcom ran for 4 seasons, 2003, 2007, very popular. Since the end of the show, Brown's challenges with mental health and legal issues have played out in the headlines. Last year, he underwent a psychiatric evaluation following a domestic violence arrest. The actor has previously made some sexually charged claims about other famous individuals, including Bow Wow, Nick Cannon, and most infamously, Sean Diddy Combs. And I saw that interview. It was, it was a very sad interview. So the Proud Family alum has been in a, you would call it a spiral with mental health issues and substance abuse coupled with it. In June 2018, he was arrested in Las Vegas for felony drug possession. His mugshot at the time of the arrest revealed he had been inked with the tattoo of his former co-star, Raven-Symoné. Months later, Brown was arrested again in Sin City for burglary after he was caught on tape attempting to change the locks inside now former Restaurant Legends restaurant and venue, which belonged to his longtime friend, Danny Boy. After spending a few weeks behind bars, the child star appeared to turn over a new leaf. Quote, "My name is Orlando Brown from That's So Raven fame," he shared in 2020. "I had some struggles in the past involving substances like crystal meth and marijuana, not to mention an unhealthy attachment to the internet. He entered a free residential center in Texas for 6 months that was designed to help men battle addiction, homelessness, and other life-impacting issues. Unfortunately, Brown went on to get arrested again in December 2022 for domestic violence. Brown pleaded not guilty while being placed under house arrest, but his attorney requested that he undergo a mental evaluation." In moments like this, you don't laugh, you learn. You cannot effectively assist someone who's obviously in a lot of pain if you judge them before they get to you. Just because he happens to be a former child actor, and his frailties are apparent and before us. It doesn't take away from the fact he's a human being. For those who are around this young man, you got to get him back. He's not himself. I believe he's actually a decent person. I think, as I said, I think he's been harmed. I think he's been hurt by a lot of people. And every interview I see is as if they are happy to exploit him. He doesn't seem all the way there. It's all over the place. He's saying things in ways that would suggest either he's in a mental crisis or on a substance. And the interviewer seems not to care, because this interview is going to go viral and they're going to make money. For those who have struggled with addiction, I am a recovering alcoholic. I have many years now clean and sober. It is not a weakness. It is simply a reality that some of us face. The reality of being sober is eliminating some of the pain that took place that we thought we dealt with. And all we did was put it in the subconscious of our mind. And then we engage in self-medication, which leads to self-destruction. Somebody get this brother some help. All right, Ben, thoughts?
Yeah, this is a tough story. I didn't know all that history of his mental health struggles. And so on the surface, you see somebody acting how you should not and cannot act in a public place. I frequent that restaurant, and that would be really, it's just, it comes off very selfish and rude to sit there and ruin everyone's night and accuse a server of being a serial killer who died, 11 years ago because he looks like him. But yeah, the mental health struggle is real, and it is very unfortunate that our celebrity-driven and fame-driven and clique-driven society exploits these people and almost wants to keep them as tabloid fodder rather than getting them the help that they need. It's unfortunate, that these things get fed in that way and perpetuated. But also, there needs to be some public responsibility. These people that are going through a crisis should not be given a platform to do it publicly and to take down others' reputations with them as well.
Yeah.
And it's just the whole thing is a lose-lose situation.
Yeah, it's a bad combination. I agree.